Banter fam, happy Thursday to you all. Guys, we're in a crazy market, right? Good news, markets pull back with traps, right? Bad news, markets pump, right? So yesterday we had a really good CPI reading, right? Really good. Market reacted pretty good. Now what we're seeing is a little trap that's being formed, and this is a trap. What we are seeing now is an inverse head and shoulders in play, and I want to show you guys how this is going to trap the market out, but then start an explosion. Yesterday, I spoke about this being a catalyst. Again, the catalyst means two things. Market was either going to pop straight away, but it's quite crazy on good news how it starts to trap you, right? So what that's going to do is it's bringing us into the levels of buying power. We are no longer afraid of any of redness. The important is, are we still healthy? And I'm here to say we are still very healthy. Plus, we have this important Bitcoin dominance sitting right in resistance now, retesting, meaning yet again, when the bounce comes now, the altcoins are going to bounce hard. So I wanted to bring you guys a nice early show today to make sure that we get the entries, because we're 2 to 3% out from altcoin entries, okay? I'm in. One or two of my positions, I actually took a little bit of profits yesterday, and I'm double downing to today, but I'm officially going to be 99.5% in the market from right now, right? And I want to show you guys exactly how I'm trading it and how this is a trap, and we should get ready for the next rally to the upside. Just before I start, does this look bearish? ETH has turned this big resistance into support. Does it look bearish? No, it actually looks like a great buy zone. So no more wasting time and Sheldon blabbering on anymore. How about we get to some damn altcoin entries? Let's go.
I try and help everyone in my space, and this is what I get. I try and fight the devils, but inside I'm just like sniper. Welcome to Sheldon Show.
Fair brand channel, hit the subscribe button. Guys, like it up, stay positive, stay strong. Let's go. Okay. So again, we have PPI today. It actually doesn't matter, right? Good news, markets pull back. Great. Bad news, markets pump. Actually, they don't matter, right? But there will be some volatility coming in the next 4 hours. Okay. And if the markets pull into the zones, it looks like PPI chart-wise is saying PPI is actually going to bounce the market and actually start the rally to the upside. So let's see what happens. If we start to pre-pump a little bit now into PPI, then again, PPI will create a little drop into our zones and then markets will take off. Once you are done with these two events, market will neutralize and get back to what it is. It's so clear now to see that whenever there's news, whenever there's someone talking, whenever there's anything big or political, right, we have manipulation. It is so clear. Right. So once we're done these two events, manipulation stops. Bulls are winning the battle. Bulls will continue. Okay. And again, what actually happened now is when Bitcoin broke that important. I spoke about the 107, 108. Remember that wiped the shorts out. So maybe what's also happened here is the longs started going a little bit bigger than the shorts. And this is a quick grab for a couple of long liquidations. Right. Okay. So let's jump straight into it. This is Bitcoin. Bitcoin stopped yesterday at resistance. Okay, so we can't be upset if we stop at resistance over here. We know that once we are through this resistance, very similar to this resistance at 104, we're going to start going parabolic to the upside. And I'm still saying parabolic. We're still going to have a parabolic move. Ethereum is strong, baby. Look at ETH. ETH is looking so sexy outside of this trend line, right? Breaking out of the bull flag. Our altcoins are hot. Right? Solana, ETH, there's a bunch of alts. They're hot, right? And again, from here, I'm expecting a very strong rally to the upside when it comes to altcoins. So again, where we stop now, if we look at Bitcoin here, we stopped over here, okay, at resistance. And what we are now seeing is market getting oversold on the 4-hour, telling us in the next 4 to 8 hours, a bounce is incoming, okay? And again, you got to look at it very clearly. If the leg is like this to the upside, and the bounce is incoming, okay, over here, you got to then just really understand what that means, right? It means that the bulls are whipping the bear's butts. That's basically what it means. And it means that once we have a higher low here, the next leg is going to be the bulls whipping the bear's butts yet again, right? The bears had the beginning of the year. I think the bulls need the mid-year and the end of the year, right? The bears have had their full chance. So what you are seeing here on Bitcoin itself, okay, is you're actually seeing inverse head and shoulders in play, which is a bullish pattern. And what you could see is where we stopped, right, is in this resistance over here. Just on the left-hand side here, you could see a left shoulder. So I just want to show you guys, don't ignore the positive patterns when they are playing, because that's how you get caught off guard, okay? And you're seeing an inverse head and shoulders in play. Now, what it is showing, okay, is we are hitting some sort of support, but it does show us that a little bit more down, right? I think Bitcoin's going to come a little bit down to the 106. 106 sort of area, maybe a little bit even lower than maybe 105,900, somewhere in that sort of zone, maybe even a little bit higher, right? So we don't actually go that low. We actually go here to the areas around 107. Okay, but we are not far. That is where support is right now. We lost the short-term support yesterday after a little fake out. Okay, you can see we pushed up. We lost that support. Now it's the main support, the big support, right? And from here, then I see bulls stepping in and buying power incoming. We know it's coming. We know that the RSI is at the bottom, and we're just waiting for a support zone to be hit. So this is what the play looks like on Bitcoin. The buy zones that are incoming is showing us that it's not far now. You're around 3%, okay, and we should see a very strong bounce within the market. Okay, if you look at Bitcoin dominance is sitting into resistance. It has made its 4-hour lower low, okay, for the first time in a while, and we're on the other side of the trend, which means when the bounce comes, your Ethereum and Solana's now are going to wake up nice and strong. So again, those are still two big tokens that I'm focusing on, and obviously Doge and Cardano. These are all looking incredibly strong, and this is altcoins itself. Altcoins is now coming into the support zone. No unhealthiness, no us losing major supports, anything like that. I do see, however, maybe a little bit lower of 2-3%. Again, perfect time to accumulate any long-term bags, perfect time to build spots. And you know what? It is also time when we start breaking these trends. What I'm actually waiting for on short time frame, I'm actually hoping that it trickles a little bit more and I can get this nice little sexy trend. And if we break here, I'm going to enter whatever I have left. I'm already in quite a bit in the market. I have a little bit of cash. Leverage positions with tight stop losses, right? I'm going to go all in. I'm going to build some mega positions. I'm done waiting. I'm ready to be rich as hell. Like that's just my mentality, right? So we've been fighting and it's time to go. So what this looks like on this over here is ETH itself. ETH is going to turn all of the resistance into support. So the support that I'm looking for, you see ETH has had these daily closes, very similar. The closes are supports for me. The wicks can be manipulated. So I don't take wicks as very important when it comes to tracking supports. So that's showing me that support on ETH over here is just under 2.7. You know, you look at the areas of around 2.680 to around 2.720 as the big bounce zone from ETH. After that, once it is done through its last resistance over here, I'm then expecting ETH to get ready for a pump to $3,400. So it gives you a bit of a size understanding that once we're done with this pullback, I'm looking at around a 30% market from the big altcoin, which means your smaller altcoins could do more. And on average, we should get a 20 to 30% pump after this. If we look at all the altcoins, now the altcoins are stronger than Bitcoin and they're doing inverse head and shoulders, but they're doing it at an angle. So you see this over here. You can see the angle. Why is it at an angle? Because they're stronger than Bitcoin. Bitcoin's flat, right? This is showing us higher highs, right? Higher highs. Altcoins are stronger than Bitcoin right now. And we're looking for the higher low. So what I tracked is the bottom trend line over here. I tracked the important fib, and it's showing me the bounce zones here between 155 and 158 when it comes to Sol. So not much further, another % or two. Again, if we hover and start bouncing now, then I'll be prepared. PPI might drop us into the zone, or if we drop into the zone before PPI, I'm expecting PPI to explode us to the upside. If you look at Dogecoin, one token that I'm really buying a lot of, okay, because the next explosion for me is back into the late 20s. I'm seeing up to a 40% pump, and that can give me relief and space. Inverse head and shoulders. Here are the zones. Let's give you here. You're basically looking at the mid 18 cents. So obviously the 19-cent mark as the nice big support zone. It's these supports over here. RSI is getting to the bottom. Okay, and I'm getting ready for a Doge bounce. All altcoins are looking very similar. Here is Cardano, another token that has put in a higher high, looking strong. Which tokens do you know are strong right now? If you zoom out to the 4-hour, any token that has put in a higher high is incredibly strong right now. Okay, we are now tracking the higher low. And again, from here, a pump into the mid 80-cent mark, a nice strong 30-40% move incoming on Cardano. Sui is looking really good. Way higher high, one of the stronger alts. You could see left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and explosion back to the $4 mark. Also a 30% trade loading here. Your buy zones, we're actually close to a buy zone now. So it's showing us between the area of the 3.25 to the 3.31 is the buy zones for Sui, right? If we go down Algorand, another token, higher high, strong. It is pulling back a little bit more aggressive. So this one for me is coming down to, let's say, a 618, okay, when it comes to the Fibonacci points over here. And that's showing me this area of the low 19 cents, Okay, again, spot buys, your range is a bit bigger. Okay, leverage buys, you got your zone, and again, trend breaks also important. AVAX, another token, incredibly strong. Here are the zones. 20.5 to $21 is the buy zones. Injective, Ondo, they are all there, guys. So again, I'm focusing on these blue chip token entries. After this and market explodes, then we go to the DGen list and we fight for the next couple of weeks to get all the smaller altcoins, right? For now, what is the sexiest and best fundamental tokens in the sexiest zones right now? I want them first. Why? Because I'm playing a system. I'm going down the ladder. And this is called experience going down the ladder. Those who start down there is called, this is your first bull market, you'll learn, right? But those that understand the game, they understand that getting a really good ETH position and large cap positions are super important. This is where we'll have fun for a couple of weeks. But these ones, when these entries are gone, going to be very hard to get back within the market over there. Again, guys, I would focus, if you want to be trading, I'd focus on ETH ecosystem tokens and Solana ecosystem tokens as well if you are looking for trades. Lots of love, guys. Quick show today. Let's get through PPI. I will be doing a pre-record for you guys tomorrow. Okay, I am away at an event to update you. And once we're through this, guys, again, the parabolic stage, we're going to have a lot of fun. So keep focusing. Don't worry about the little fake outs now and things like that. Focusing on building the positions, and the time of money will come. And then we're going to sit on the other side and focus on where the hell we're going to take profits. How much is enough money? How rich is enough rich? Okay, guys, lots of love. See you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.